Have you ever felt destiny's gentle yet powerful tug, calling your name and stirring your spirit, whispering that something significant is about to happen? What if I told you that the time for waiting has passed, and the spirit is moving in ways you never expected? Consider monies being freed, obstacles breaking, and doors opening that no one can close. Yes, the spirit is encouraging you to pack your bags, go out in trust, and fearlessly pursue the life you were destined to live. Can you sense the shift? It's as if the universe is aligning for you, prepared to shower you with blessings so copious that they will transform your entire life. Before we get into the message that might change your life, I'd like to offer my heartfelt appreciation to every single one of you who has supported this channel, particularly via Super. Thanks. Your generosity, encouragement, and love inspired our quest to share the world with others and inspire them to live their God-given destiny. Thank you for taking part in this trip. We could not do it without you. Let us now transform this moment into a confession of faith. Comment 777 below to show that you're ready to accept this miraculous favor. And if your spirit is ready for the following chapter, post a second remark indicating so. Are you ready for what comes next? We're unifying our beliefs and sending a powerful message to the sky. We are prepared to walk into the fullness of God's promises. But let me caution you, you will want to stay with me throughout this message. What I'm going to offer will give you the clarity you need to enter this new season. Skip even a second, and you risk missing the critical key that connects everything. Believe me, the Spirit is about to move in ways you have been asking for. So keep focused, expecting, and let's go on this trip together. This is your time. Are you ready? Let me begin. God's chosen ones. Funds are being released. Pack your bags. The Spirit is about to move. You. Life may often feel like a never-ending circle. The same work, same routines, and similar environment. But then there's that faint, almost imperceptible whisper that warns you that change is on its way. Are you feeling it? That faint but constant indication that something transformative is going to occur. It's as if the universe is leaving clues for you to pick up on. Perhaps you've seen repeated numbers, such as angel numbers, or have experienced synchronicities that are too accurate to be coincidence. Have you ever seen a billboard or overheard a discussion and felt as if it was personally addressing you? These are not random occurrences. They're components of a heavenly puzzle meant for you to solve. Why now, you ask? The cosmos operates in rhythms, much like the seasons. There are periods of immobility when everything feels stuck, and then there are bursts of quick movement, like a sudden blast of wind driving you into unfamiliar land. The winds are currently moving, unleashing previously blocked energy, financial, emotional, and spiritual. This might appear as a sudden financial blessing, similar to an unexpected check or a raise at work. Perhaps it's emotional clarity, a realization that frees you from old obligations. The doors are opening, but are you prepared to go through? Packing your baggage does not always need a physical relocation. Sometimes the transition occurs internally. Spirit may be urging you to shift your viewpoint, improve your routines, or rebalance your relationship. However, it is possible that it is literally true. Have you ever woken up with an unwavering desire to visit a new location or come across a property listing that seemed like it was calling straight to your heart? Pay attention in such instances. They might be indicators that the universe is planning a dramatic change. Set the stage for your next chapter. Think about Abraham in the Bible, when God summoned him to leave everything he knew and travel to a foreign nation. It was more than simply a physical relocation. It was a spiritual act of trust. Could the current season be similar? Is this God's voice preparing you for something larger, which you may not completely understand yet? Stay curious and receptive, since the divine has a habit of revealing its plans in the most unexpected manner. Every fresh beginning brings an unavoidable wave of apprehension. You may wonder, what if I'm wrong? What if I follow this ambition and fail? These doubts, while upsetting, are a normal aspect of entering the. However, don't let them keep you back. Fear, after all, is not an adversary. It's merely an indication that you're standing on the verge of your comfort zone, gazing into the life you've always wanted. The issue is, will you allow fear be the change that ties you to the past, or the spark that lights up your future? If you're unsure about the voices directing you, try this. Take 5 minutes each morning to sit in solitude and concentrate on your breathing. Allow your ideas to come and go, and pay attention to those that stay. What concepts or visions keep resurfacing? Perhaps you'll feel compelled to pursue a hidden ability, revisit a long-lost interest, or envision yourself in a location you've never considered. Write down these impressions, no matter how minor they appear. These seemingly random discoveries might be the clues that lead you to your next breakthrough. Remember that fresh starts are not restricted to profession changes or physical relocation. They frequently represent a release of riches in unexpected ways. Whether it's love, creativity, emotional clarity, or previously unattainable prospects. Perhaps it's the bravery to start a side business, or the openness to new relationships after a lengthy absence. When you believe that the universe has your back, confidence grows. You begin to believe that your efforts were not in vain. With each stride forward, you'll feel heavenly help aligning the route ahead. Consider that fresh benefits frequently demand the go of old attachments. Do attitudes exist? Do you have any habits or relationships that are no longer serving you? Decluttering on an emotional, spiritual, and even physical level makes room for new chances to grow. Consider it as creating rich soil for miracle seeds to flourish by letting go of the old. You are making way for the remarkable. Consider the biblical character Joseph. His journey was filled with rejection, treachery, and imprisonment. However, each failure helped prepare him for his ultimate climb to power in Egypt. What if every disappointment you faced was building the framework for a divine plan? Could it be that the release of finances, whether actual or symbolic, is the universe's way of saying, I've seen your trials and am now ready to bless you in ways you can't imagine? Your role is straightforward. Maintain an open and tuned-in mindset. Follow the whispers, signals, and synchronicities. Let go of your fear of making mistakes and believe that each breadcrumb is part of a divine trail that will lead you to a life of plenty and meaning. Keep your heart open, your eyes alert, and your soul prepared. Because when you do, you'll discover the universe has been planning this all along, especially for you. Have you ever pondered why certain people appear to happen upon great quantities of money, lucky chances, or life-changing events? It's simple to dismiss it as luck, yet the cosmos does not work on a random basis. These gifts are frequently the consequence of an invisible process, the gradual building of energy over time. Imagine it as a spiritual bank account. Every time you behave with integrity, show thanks, or follow divine instruction, you contribute to this account. When the timing is appropriate, the universe sends you a cosmic check reflecting the vibrational riches you've accumulated. Your spiritual account appears to be overflowing with blessings that are just waiting to be manifested. This capital release may not always appear to result in a direct financial gain, but it surely may. It might come as an unexpected employment offer, a new relationship, or a chance to multiply your resources. Perhaps it's an inflow of devoted customers, a fortuitous encounter with someone who opens doors, or a sudden inheritance. Abundance is not necessarily expressed in the form of a bank deposit. Relationships, ideas, and opportunities may all hold significant worth. Are you ready to acknowledge it when it arrives? So why now? On the one hand, Astrological movements or communal energy may create an atmosphere in which blessings flow more freely on the other. Personal development is quite important. Think about it. Have you been overcoming old phobias, developing better habits, or embracing your sense of worth? These inner modifications serve as a beacon, communicating to the cosmos that you are prepared to receive. It's as if you've been yelling, "I'm ready," and the cosmos has finally responded. We have been waiting for this time. Consider the parable of the talents from Matthew 25:14-230. The slaves who skillfully handled their Lord's resources were rewarded with even more abundance, whilst those who buried their talent out of fear earned nothing. Similarly, the energy you've created through your faith, deeds, and goals is now ready to return to you in ways that will enhance your life. The goal is to be open and responsive. Are you ready to accept plenty in all of its forms, even if it does not seem like you expected? Blessings sometimes arrive disguised as trials or diversions, but they eventually lead to bigger benefits. Keep your heart and mind alert for indications, because that cosmic check is already in the mail with your name on it. It's reasonable to worry if I'm just imagining this. What if I'm not actually due for a blessing? These misgivings, although human, might be the one thing that prevents the flow of plenty. Remember that plenty requires a collaborative effort. The cosmos simply sending you gifts is insufficient. You must be confident in your assertion. When you doubt your merit, you effectively block the flow of benefits into your life. Here's a practical method to help you align your mentality. Visualize a check in your name for an amount or resource that is life-changing while remaining real. Maybe it's $10,000, $100,000, or $1 million. Whatever resonates with you without causing you to become skeptical. Fill up this mock check, date it, and sign it as the universe. Place it somewhere you'll see it every day, like your mirror wallet or as the wallpaper on your phone. Each time you see it, reinforce your willingness to accept. Over time, you'll notice a change away from scarcity thinking and toward possibilities thinking. This seemingly simple activity, when combined with faith and action, may produce great outcomes. However, abundance refers to more than just monetary richness. When Spirit says, "Pack your bags, I'm going to move you," it frequently indicates the need to move outside your comfort zone. What if these spiritual monies are being given to help you start a project in a new place or prepare you for a life-changing experience? The cosmos may demand a physical or mental migration to provide access to blessings that are not available where you are currently. These monies may also appear emotionally or relationally. If you've been feeling alone or exhausted, prepare for a surge of true relationships. People that relate with you, elevate, and encourage you. Imagine entering a group where you feel understood and cherished. Could the universe be planning such a shift for you? Even today, if you're doubting that such adjustments are possible, remember that Spirit acts in quantum leaps rather than gradual increments. Consider the narrative of Peter walking on water in Matthew 14 verses 22-33. It was not a gradual, deliberate procedure. It was an unexpected leap of trust. When Peter focused his eyes on Jesus, he defied rationality and walked across the waters. What if your leap of faith might result in comparable, remarkable changes? Maintain an open heart to the prospect of wealth in all its manifestations, whether it be financial independence, emotional healing, or relationship support. The cosmos is ready to provide favors. Your sole responsibility is to welcome them with faith and thanks, and to let go of any fear or uncertainty that may be holding you back. After all, Spirit is not only asking you to take little moves, it's preparing you for something great. Are you prepared to welcome it when the spiritual funds are released? It's important to remember that gifts frequently come with additional duties and possibilities. Whether you are a financial professional or a civilian, you will face obstacles. If you are not intellectually or spiritually equipped to deal with them, then spiritual growth is essential. Stay grounded by engaging in introspective techniques such as meditation, prayer, and writing. Do not ignore self-care, since an overloaded heart or mind can turn benefits into responsibilities. The world never intended for your talents to hold you down, yet without balance, even the finest benefits may feel overwhelming to Ming. Accept your cosmic check with humility and thanks, knowing it was won through your faith, patience, and dedication to your greater mission. The cosmos functions on a reciprocal basis, reacting to your alignment and objectives. Each time you act with integrity, faith, and a willingness to serve, you contribute to this circle of plenty. And when the rewards come back to you, they serve as heavenly confirmation that your efforts were not in vain. Consider the parable of the loyal servant from Luke 16:10. Whoever can be trusted with little can be trusted with a lot. This is a reminder that how you manage your current blessings prepares you for future ones. Are you prepared to steward the richness that comes your way with wisdom and grace? Each benefit you get is both a reward and a stepping stone. When embraced carefully, these benefits produce a domino effect, with one chance leading to another. Create a life that reflects your spiritual purpose. Imagine looking back one day and discovering how a single act of trust set off an unbelievable chain reaction of development and riches. That chain reaction might already be in motion. Even if you can't see it now, the world frequently works behind the scenes, bringing things together in ways you'll only understand in retrospect. So, when the doors of plenty open, go through them with confidence, appreciate the process, keep grounded, and know that you are precisely where you should be. Could this be the point where your path transitions from preparation to fulfillment? Only time and your trust will disclose the solution. Have you begun seeing subtle but clear signals that something is changing in your life? Perhaps you wake up one day with an unexplainable desire to declutter your wardrobe or remodel your house. Perhaps you find yourself binge-watching vacation videos or browsing job advertisements in locations you've never considered before. These moments may appear random, yet they are everything but. When spirit begins to move you, life becomes a mosaic of tiny suggestions and nudges, all of which combine to produce a message that seems like an indisputable calling. Sometimes these messages appear in your dreams. Have you ever imagined packing baggage, boarding an aircraft, or landing in a place that feels eerily familiar, as if you've been there before? Dreams serve as a link between the conscious and subconscious, bridging the gaps of reasoning and doubt. When spirit is at work, it frequently uses this channel to provide counsel that may be disregarded in waking life. Take notice if you have these dreams again. Keep a diary next to your bed and jot them down as soon as you wake up. Over time, patterns may form, clues that disclose where you are being led or what steps you are being asked to take. Reflect on Joseph's tale in Genesis 37. His dreams were more than just visions. They were celestial insights about his future fate. Though originally misinterpreted, those visions charted the direction for his life, preparing him for leadership and a key role in saving countless others. Could your dreams be directing you toward a goal you don't completely understand? Signs from the Spirit are not restricted to dreams. They can manifest as synchronicities, such as meeting someone who delivers profoundly meaningful counsel, repeatedly seeing a certain number or symbol, or even experiencing an irresistible need to do something new. Have you ever paused to consider why this feels so significant? Spirit uses these times to gently nudge you into the next chapter of your life. The difficulty is to remain open and inquiring. Instead of dismissing these clues as chance, consider what Spirit could be trying to teach you via dreams, repeated themes, or an unexplained attraction to a new concept or location. Spirit is constantly communicating. The question is, are you ready to listen? Another telltale indicator that the Spirit is affecting you is a sensation of restlessness. You may feel uneasy about your current situation. Perhaps the career that once satisfied you now feels suffocating, or the city you've always loved suddenly feels too tiny for the person you're becoming. This is not about being ungrateful. It is all about progress. Your spirit is outgrowing its existing container, much like a plant's roots have outgrown their pot. Sometimes you may thrive and grow where you are, but other times a full change is required to discover new vistas. This restlessness is Spirit's way of urging you to discuss change. But let us accept the call's twofold character. Change can be exciting and scary. Change, whether it's a physical relocation or a symbolic transition in your personal or professional life, demands fortitude. It might mean letting go of friendships that no longer support your development or leaving a well-paying job that drains your energy. These decisions might be heartbreaking, and it is okay to grieve what you leave behind. Mourning is part of the process. Consider Abraham's narrative afterward. In Genesis 12, God commanded Abraham to leave his nation, people, and father's household for the land. I'll show you. Abraham had to leave behind everything familiar, not knowing where he was headed, but believing in the promise of something greater. What if your restlessness is Spirit's way of inviting you to a similar path of faith? Remember, divine orchestration is based on a premise. Spirit never takes something away without providing something greater in its stead. Letting go allows matched possibilities to pour into your life. Yes, it is reasonable to be afraid of what lies ahead. But what if the ache you're experiencing is merely the growing pains of progressing to your next level? Consider what aspects of your life feel too tight, too narrow, or no longer aligned. What could I have to let go of in order to create room for something bigger? Spirit's call is frequently unpleasant, yet it holds the promise that by embracing it, you will uncover rewards far beyond your imagination. Will you trust the process and embark on the adventure that awaits? If you can't decide whether to move or stay, begin by testing the waters. Spend a weekend in a prospective new area, or speak with folks who have successfully negotiated job transitions. How do you feel after having these experiences? Do they ignite thrill, create a moment, or open up possibilities? Or do they leave you feeling exhausted? Pay attention to your bodily and emotional responses. These are commonly used as Spirit's compass. If a concept or a location causes your heart to flutter with excitement or sends a wave of yes, it is straight through you. Consider it a ghost knocking on the door of your next chapter, seeking clarification. Try this short visualizing exercise. Sit calmly, close your eyes, and visualize a route extending out before you, with you strolling along it. Observe how your body reacts. Does thinking about this way make you feel lighter, more open, or more expansive? Or does it seem heavy, constricting, or filled with dread? The body frequently knows the truth before the intellect completely comprehends. If a circumstance makes you feel relieved or excited, take that as a green light to proceed. Remember that people may not completely comprehend your path. Family and friends, typically out of love and concern, may encourage you to slow down or rethink. Warning: you're moving too rapidly or taking a risk. While it is prudent to consider their viewpoint, remember that the Spirit communicates to you personally. Only you can sense the inward nudges, synchronicities, and repeated indicators that confirm your course. Don't overlook the universe's whispers in the form of intuition strikes, repeating messages, or important coincidences. Sometimes venturing outside of other people's comfort zones is the only way to connect with your destiny. However, not every action is mild. The cosmos occasionally uses tower moments to compel change. These are unexpected, often significant interruptions, such as a job loss, the end of a relationship, or financial turmoil. While these experiences can be traumatic, they also serve as catalysts for growth that might not have occurred otherwise. Think about Job from the Bible. His experiences were catastrophic, yet they ultimately prepared him to receive twice as many blessings as he had previously. Job 42:10. Could your tower moment be paving the road for something far bigger than you can imagine? If you see early warning signals of a tower moment, such as chronic stress, discord, or doors shutting in your current circumstance, interpret them as Spirit's subtle invitation to shift. Voluntarily responding to this nudge provides for a more tranquil transition. Ignoring it may result in a more sudden, forced transformation later on. The option is yours. Will you believe the signs? Step bravely into and accept the opportunities that await you. Will you cling to the familiar, risking the discomfort of being forced to change? Whichever course you pick, remember that Spirit's instruction, whether subtle or spectacular, is always meant to bring you closer to your actual purpose. Are you ready to make the leap? A strong sense of conviction is the most obvious indicator that the Spirit is guiding you. That inner knowledge will not be suppressed, even if the facts are vague. Deep down, you understand that remaining where you are physically, emotionally, or spiritually is no longer an option. When you attain this degree of assurance, all other impediments go away, including fear, uncertainty, and cultural expectations. They may speak in your ear, but they no longer have authority over your actions as you embrace this conviction. Something spectacular occurs. Doors you hadn't seen before begin to swing wide open, and chances that were remote or impossible suddenly seem within grasp. People, resources, and situations come together seamlessly, as if the cosmos has been planning this way all along. This is how you know Spirit has a new destination for you, whether it's a physical location or a paradigm shift in your thinking and viewpoint. Consider Moses' tale from Exodus 3, when God summoned him to lead the Israelites out of Egypt. Moses immediately hesitated, overcome with fear and self-doubt. But his conviction strengthened, and as he pursued his calling, God supplied the resources, miracles, and guidance required to complete the mission. Put your own convictions. Be a comparable indication that Spirit is guiding you to a place where you will fulfill a bigger mission. This is the time to trust the process and take the call. The way ahead may not be entirely clear, yet Spirit never calls without preparing you for the journey. So, take the first step. The next chapter of your life awaits, and all you have to do is say yes. Are you prepared to go ahead into? Trusting that you're going exactly where you should be. If there's one thing that may make or break your transition into the next stage of your trip, it's having an uncertain, practical understanding of why. Why do you want a new beginning? Why do you seek Spirit's guidance? Fresh finances or a new location? Many individuals want change, more money, a new place, or a different relationship, but without a distinct and profound goal. Even the greatest benefits may leave you feeling empty. Without a solid basis for why, your blessings may slide away like sand through your fingers, leaving you wondering what went wrong. This is the vital moment when intention becomes action. Before you make any important decisions, such as applying for a new job, relocating to a new place, or beginning a new relationship, pause and think. Ask yourself, what is motivating this choice? Is it about avoiding discomfort? Or is it about becoming a better version of yourself? Is it motivated by a drive to prove something to others? Or by a desire to fulfill your soul's genuine calling? There is a significant distinction between running away from a problem and running toward a worthwhile goal. One may bring short respite, but the other promotes genuine progress and long-term happiness. Consider the narrative of Jonah. When God summoned Jonah to Nineveh, he originally went in the other way, hoping to avoid the unpleasantness of the mission. Jonah 113. His reasoning was based on avoidance, not compliance. The end outcome was anarchy, until he refocused on his objective. How about you? Are you looking for a move to avoid challenges? Or are you embracing Spirit's invitation to become the person you were meant to be? This activity can help you find clarity. Write down why you desire this change. Be brutally honest. Are they driven by fear, pride, or comparison? Or do they arise from a real desire to connect with your higher self and purpose? When your why connects profoundly with your soul, it gives you a sense of calm and conviction that will help you overcome obstacles and questions. Remember that the universe responds to clarity. A defined purpose attracts the proper chances, people, and resources to your path. So, what is your reason? And does it represent the future you hope to create? The answers to these questions may hold the key to unlocking a shift that not only alters your life, but also satisfies your soul's greatest goals. Are you prepared to accept your purpose and take the next step? When you go deeper into your why, it is typically associated with service, love, or self-expression in some important way. Perhaps you have aspirations of starting a community initiative to help poor youngsters. Perhaps you're thinking of moving somewhere where your skills and abilities can make a difference in more people's lives. Or you're looking for an atmosphere that encourages creativity, allowing you to create art, music, or writing that inspires others. When your goals are aligned with a larger purpose than yourself, the universe has a way of speeding up your progress because it benefits the greater good. This connection between personal pleasure and community gain is an important component of the jigsaw that is often overlooked. Goals based exclusively on personal gain may offer temporary success, but they rarely lead to long-term contentment. On the other hand, when your goals are rooted in service and love, resources frequently come your way. It's as if the cosmos conspires to encourage any initiative that brings light into the world. If your ideas do not automatically include a method to contribute beyond yourself, consider asking, can I expand my vision? Even little adjustments might result in uncontrollable momentum. To put this into practice, devote 10 minutes today to free writing in a diary. Consider why you want the changes you're pursuing. Do not censor yourself. Allow your thoughts to flow freely. Are your motives driven by dissatisfaction, spite, or boredom? If this is the case, you may want a more substantial anchor. This does not negate your sentiments, but rather identifies an opportunity to align with a cause that can feed you more sustainably. Could a new career, financial windfall, or relocation help you sustain your family? Give back to your community by creating something that has a beneficial influence. Consider who could benefit from you beginning your new chapter. Are your children going to witness a role model of bravery and authenticity? Your friends, who could be encouraged by your daring in breaking out from stagnation? Or possibly an audience you have yet to meet? We eagerly await your voice, art, or product. Holding this image of those you'll influence turns fear into drive. It redirects your attention from internal concerns to external contributions, reminding you that the stakes are higher than your personal comfort. Suddenly, the difficulties you confront do not feel like obstacles. They become stepping stones, bringing you closer to your goal. Take a minute to contemplate. How may my development benefit not only me, but the environment around me? When you cling on to that greater vision, you will discover the power to overcome any barrier. Understand that your trip is for more than just personal gain. It's about leaving a lasting legacy of light and inspiration. Are you ready to match your purpose with a cause that nourishes your soul while also improving the lives of others? Is the fundamental truth. When you know why you're doing something, you can figure out how. even if the route seems arduous or the path gets bumpy. Your mission serves as a steady and unwavering lighthouse, leading you through the storm. Without that clarity, it's simple to leave ship at the first indication of danger, unaware that you were so close to discovering the treasure. The universe does not guarantee smooth sailing. It promises valuable teachings and ample rewards to those who persevere. Your mission is the gasoline that propels you onward, even when the winds appear to be against you. But let us not forget one often overlooked facet of purpose. Joy when serving and contributing is crucial. It is also important to consider your own satisfaction. Some individuals feel guilty about wanting a larger home, greater financial independence, or a more comfortable lifestyle. However, if these wants generate true satisfaction while causing no damage, they can still be aligned with a greater purpose. Joy creates a rippling effect. It inspires and motivates others around you. Consider the impact of living in a state of genuine happiness rather than in calm resignation. Put your own pleasure. Take part in Spirit's goal to spread light to others. Consider this. Among John 1010, God expresses his wish for gladness among his people. Jesus declares, "I have come so that they may have life and have it abundantly." This fullness encompasses both spiritual fulfillment and the joy of rich life. What if your happiness combined with your mission is a divine plan for spreading positivity throughout the world? Finally, your why serves as the foundation for your journey, ensuring that it is both long-lasting and transformational. Funds will fluctuate, places will alter, and conditions will change. However, a defined objective will always serve as your North Star. It's the distinction between leaving a legacy and pursuing transitory distractions. When your efforts are motivated by real, heart-centered intentions, your strategy becomes durable, immune to doubt, criticism, or momentary setbacks. Consider your legacy. What do you wish to leave behind? How does my delight relate to my ability to assist others? Once you've integrated these answers, your path will become apparent, and you'll have the determination to endure. Trust that Spirit and the cosmos are in sync with people who go bravely in their purpose. Are you prepared to take the next step? Knowing your route will illuminate the path. Now that you've tapped into your deep why, it's time to take action. The universe may be aligning money or planning a relocation, but it doesn't excuse you from preparing. Consider it like boarding a plane. You do not simply walk up at the airport without a passport or luggage. Spiritual shifts work in the same manner. You need the equivalent of a passport, as well as clarity, preparation, and adaptability. In your luggage, that represents your perspective, talents, and resources, all of which must be consistent with your objective. Begin by assessing what you already have. Consider what skills, relationships, or savings you have. Too frequently, we focus on what is missing while ignoring advantages we already have. Note them down. This exercise meets its goal. It reminds you that you did not start from zero and indicates areas for improvement. For example, do you lack a certain expertise, such as marketing or financial management? If so, now is the time to take action. Invest in a course, locate a mentor, or make time for self-study. Remember the story of the 10 virgins in Matthew 25 verses 1 to 13? The smart ones planned ahead of time with adequate oil for their lamps, while the others squandered their opportunity because they were unprepared. What measures can you take right now to guarantee that you're ready when the time comes? If a relocation looks likely, begin by decluttering and selling. Donate or discard any stuff you no longer need. This is more than just clearing physical space. It is a symbolic act that communicates to the universe that you are serious about the transformation. Similarly, whether you anticipate financial success or a new company endeavor, start laying the basis. Register the domain name, create a simple company plan, or manage your financial papers. These activities demonstrate to Spirit that you are not simply sitting back and waiting. You are actively co-creating your future. Preparation is not limited to physical space. It's also about timing. If you anticipate additional duties or possibilities, your present routine may need to change. Could you set off mornings for serious work or weekends for travel and networking? A flexible yet planned timetable allows you to pivot seamlessly as blessings occur. The universe moves quickly, and when possibilities arise, you don't want to scurry in pandemonium. A well-structured framework enables you to welcome progress without becoming overwhelmed. Let us discuss about health. Major life transitions may be physically taxing, such as packing boxes into a moving truck or working late hours to begin a new business. Are you giving your body the care it requires to get you through these transitions? Increase your water consumption. Feed yourself whole foods and start a simple fitness plan, even if it's only a short daily stroll. Remember that your body serves as the Holy Spirit's temple. 1 Corinthians 6, 19:10-20. And taking care of it is an example of spiritual stewardship. What tiny, regular efforts can you take now to guarantee that your vessel is ready to carry you into the future? Emotional preparedness is as crucial. Have you considered how unresolved concerns or anxieties may reappear during major transitions? Perhaps you have already suffered trauma connected to migration or financial insecurity. What emotional baggage may you need to remove in order to go on freely? Take the time to address these issues through journaling, prayer, or meaningful discussions with trusted friends or mentors. Consider Hebrews 12:1, which urges us to let go of anything that holds us back so that we might race with endurance. Imagine yourself as a hot air balloon. Each emotional burden you relieve permits you to soar higher. What is your mindset? Are you open to the unexpected? While it is beneficial to plan and prepare, Proverbs 16 verse 9 teaches us that persons plan their future in their hearts, but the Lord directs their paths. Could it be that the opportunity Spirit has for you looks different than you expected? What happens if an unanticipated door opens, such as an unexpected job offer or the opportunity to relocate? Pause and consider. Is this a divine redirection? Could this opportunity mesh with my why in ways I hadn't anticipated? When you've done the effort of inventorying your resources, decluttering, nourishing your health, and resolving emotional burdens, you're not just waiting. You are actively co-creating with Spirit, prepared to courageously enter into the destiny God has intended for you. How does this preparation relate to the principles stated in James 2:17? This reminds us that faith without action is as lifeless as a rocket primed and poised on the launch pad. When Spirit provides the signal, you will be ready to ascend. And as you can see, you'll be glad you took the time to prepare your vessel for the trip ahead. Are you prepared to rise? Congratulations. You're either in motion or going to be. Whether you're relocating to a new place, beginning a new business, or adopting a new way of life, the initial enthusiasm might seem like gasoline to get you through the first stages. But what happens when the thrill wears off and the regular obstacles resurface? Many individuals see these airborne obstacles as indications to halt, rather than recognizing them as challenges to improve their quest. How will you perceive these challenges? Roadblocks or stepping stones? Expect the journey to be a honeymoon, then crash loop. Initially, everything appears to be in order. Synchronicities are bound, and you believe you're precisely where you're supposed to be. But then disturbances emerge. A transaction falls through. Relationships are strained, or the new atmosphere appears less friendly than you expected. Can you remember a moment when such hurdles made you reconsider your choices? Consider how, in Genesis 39, Joseph was betrayed and imprisoned. However, those challenges were part of God's plan to prepare him for greatness. Could your current struggles be preparing you for something far bigger? Be cautious, especially as your blessings expand. Doubts about merit frequently express as procrastination, unneeded confrontation, or stressing over tiny failures. What worries could lie under the surface? Do you fear that success will separate you from your community, or that increasing duties would become overwhelming? Naming these worries is the first step toward overcoming their power. Reflect on 2 Timothy 1-7, which reminds us that God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and sound mind. How can you utilize this reality to ground yourself during times of doubt? Challenges are not indications. You've selected the incorrect course. There are possibilities to become stronger and more devoted. Each hurdle asks, how strongly do you believe in your calling? How eager you are to persist by viewing challenges as refining instruments. Rather than stop signs, you will stay focused on solutions in your goal. Take a minute to consider what mentality modifications or practical efforts you may take to overcome these mid-air problems. Remember that every extraordinary trip contains turbulence, but your faith and preparedness will see you through to the destination God has planned for you. Are you prepared to hold firm and trust the process even when things go rough? When facing difficulties, it is critical to have a solid support system. Surround yourself with balcony people who will cheer you on. Celebrate your accomplishments and remind yourself of your potential. Avoid cellar dwellers who focus on worst-case scenarios and fuel your doubts. Do you have individuals in your life who inspire and encourage you? If not, find mentors, join supportive networks, or consider investing in coaching. According to Ecclesiastes 4 verse 9-10, two are better than one, since they receive a favorable return for their effort. If one of them falls, the other can assist them get up. Do not face every storm alone. Lean on those who will boost your determination. When everything seems to be in motion, daily rituals act as anchors. Even if you've relocated or had a significant life shift, grounding behaviors provide stability. Could you start your mornings by meditating, a gratitude list, or a little exercise? Simple methods like these might help you stay focused and avoid emotional swings that might urge you to stop. Consider Psalm 19:12, which urges us to count our days and utilize our time wisely. How may developing routines help you stay focused and purposeful during this transition? If you write a mission statement or a personal promise at the outset of this trip, remember why. Return to it frequently. Post it somewhere conspicuous, such as a wall or your diary, or set it as a daily reminder on your phone. Let it rekindle your enthusiasm when the road becomes murky. Proverbs 29:18 informs us that without vision, people die. How do you maintain your mission front and center when you face challenges? These techniques, together with faith and perseverance, can help you navigate the turbulence and find the path Spirit has planned for you. When dealing with airborne issues, practical actions are crucial. If you run into a financial jam, take the time to study possible remedies. Are there any resources, grants, or side employment that you haven't considered? If your new situation feels impractical, seek counsel from locals or trustworthy friends. They may give viewpoints or solutions that you have not considered. Have you ever been too proud to ask for help or been afraid of seeming vulnerable? Remember, Proverbs 11:14 teach that when there is no guidance, people stumble. However, there is safety in a large number of counselors. Sometimes the ideal solution is just a discussion away. Stay open to the possibility of turning when required. Mid-air problems can show that your initial strategy need modifications or possibly a total revision. This is not failure. It is wisdom. Could changing your direction be the key to connecting with your genuine purpose? Like water flowing past boulders in a stream, you can find the path of least resistance without abandoning your goal. Have you considered how changing your approach may result in outcomes beyond your initial vision? Consider Paul's missionary trips. His plans frequently altered, yet each detour brought him closer to completing God's goal. How may your own modifications serve a bigger purpose? When handled effectively, these difficulties can serve as accelerators for progress. Each difficulty promotes resilience, resourcefulness, and confidence. By the time you achieve your objective, whether it's a new house, a meaningful relationship, or a better sense of purpose, you'll realize that every twist and turn has prepared you for the life you're destined to live. James 1-4 reminds us, "Consider this pure delight. My brothers and sisters, whenever you experience various types of difficulties because you know that testing your faith generates results, persist." Could your present struggles be making you stronger and more capable? Challenges are not failures. They are stepping stones. Strengthening your wings allows you to soar further when new possibilities come. The route or flight path from fantasy to reality is rarely smooth. However, turbulence does not always indicate that you are off track. Instead, it is part of your progress. Trust that failures are not indications to abandon your strategy. Rather, they are invitations to improve your method with tenacity, the correct support, and an unshakable commitment to why your land is precisely where you're supposed to be. How would it feel to arrive stronger, smarter, and more prepared for the next leg of your journey? Maintain your faith and focus on the end goal. Your adventure is progressing precisely as it should. After months of preparation, progress, and trust, life will inevitably catch up with your inner metamorphosis. Funds arrive. A new job or house seems like the ideal match. Alternatively, a connection that was before deemed unattainable begins to thrive. This is your moment of success, your chance to begin a new chapter. But this is not only the end. It marks the beginning of a new part of your adventure. Take the time to halt and contemplate. Have you realized how far you've come? Celebrate your accomplishment in a way that is true to you. Anchoring the truth. That effort, joined with faith, produces results. Consider Deuteronomy 8:18, which states, "Remember the Lord, your God, for he is the one who gives you the ability to produce wealth." How can you celebrate this accomplishment while still acknowledging the divine cooperation that got you here? Victory does not guarantee a life free of problems. New benefits frequently entail new obligations, so keeping grounded is essential. Are you still following the behaviors, rituals, and attitudes that propelled you to this level? Consider Matthew 7 verses 24-25, which emphasizes the significance of starting with a strong foundation. Your spiritual practice, prayer, journaling, acts of service are what will maintain your foundation solid as you enter the following phase. Your victory not only changes your life, but it has far-reaching consequences. Improved money may allow you to help family members or contribute in community projects. Your personal healing may encourage others to begin their own paths of transformation. Have you ever noticed how one blessing may lead to another? Pay attention to synchronicity, which are unexpected chances, accidental meetings, or thoughts that point you in the direction of a deeper calling. Could they be Spirit's way of reminding you that your journey of expansion is far from over? As you enjoy this milestone, don't be afraid to move beyond your existing accomplishments. Evolution is a constant process, with each triumph closing one chapter and opening another. Gratitude for what you've accomplished keeps you grounded, but an open heart for what's next guarantees you're prepared for the chances that lie ahead. How can you multiply your blessings while remaining balanced? Acts of service, deepening your spiritual practices, and taking on creative challenges may all help you stay actively engaged in life. If a mild discomfort develops, recognize it as an invitation from Spirit to develop even farther. Fulfillment is found not just in achieving goals, but also in the continuous pursuit of development and meaning. Turn unrest into purposeful activity. Volunteer, learn a new skill, or seek a deeper spiritual connection. Consider Philippians 3:13-14, where Paul instructs to forget about the past and focus on the future. I push on toward the goal of winning the prize for which God has called me to paradise in Christ Jesus. How will you turn your recent win into future growth? This is your opportunity to achieve even bigger things. Celebrate it, honor it, and let it inspire your future actions with appreciation, purpose, and trust. The best has yet to come. Are you prepared to accept it as you enter the next phase? Remember that you are not the same person you were at the beginning of this adventure. The difficulties you've experienced, the perseverance you've demonstrated, and the wins you've co-created with Spirit have sculpted you into someone stronger, smarter, and more aware of your mission. When doubts inevitably arise, they will use this time to remind themselves that transformation occurs when action and faith are combined. Consider Philippians 1:2-6. He who began a good work, and you will see it through to completion. Could this triumph indicate that the good work has only just begun? Move forth with confidence. Your luggage are packed, your resources are organized, and your heart is open. This is not the end. It marks the start of far more significant milestones to come. What new heights will you achieve with the faith and tools you've now developed? Trust that the Spirit that brought you here will continue to guide you to the abundance and purpose that God has planned for your life. Are you prepared to welcome the next chapter? The adventure continues as we near the end of today's message. I want to leave you with this strong reminder. God's chosen ones' monies are being released, and the Spirit is ready to affect you in ways you never expected. You, like the Israelites who were divinely guided to their promised land, are poised on the verge of breakthrough and wealth. God is unlocking doors that have remained closed for far too long, and the resources, contacts, and opportunities you have been praying for are now on their way to you. It's time to pack your things and get ready for the exciting voyage ahead. God's timing is impeccable, and He is setting everything in motion. Every setback, every delay was part of the process that let you gain faith and trust in His supply. You are now entering the season of favor, in which everything you need will be delivered at the appropriate time. Are you prepared to go forward? Are you ready to claim the benefits that have been reserved only for you? Your breakthrough is now. You have been called and equipped for this time, and nothing can stop what God has planned for your life. If this message touched your heart and you feel compelled to help the ministry, I invite you to make a fantastic donation. Thanks. Your support makes a significant impact in spreading the message of hope and breakthrough to many people. However, whether or not you are able to donate, I want to offer my heartfelt thanks for being here and supporting this adventure. Your presence, prayers, and encouragement are what keeps our ministry going. I also want to urge you to like and subscribe, comment, and share this video with your friends, family, and anyone else who might benefit from this strong reminder that God is acting in their lives to allow us to continue spreading the message of hope. Because there is power in numbers, and the more we share, the more people will be affected. May God continue to bless you richly. May His favor surround you like a shield, and may every move you take be guided by His Spirit. Remember that you are God's chosen one, and your destiny is full with divine purpose and great blessings. Keep trusting and believing, and watch as the Spirit leads you into a season of unparalleled gifts.